Now, what have we talked about the whole time? Everybody's governing themselves. How? As a group? All the colonies? As individual colonies, right? Well, what we have here, when we have the formation of the First Continental Congress, what we're establishing is a governmental body that will rule what? All 13 colonies. Try to get together. Try to get these guys to unite a little bit because they can foresee problems. So when we talk about the First Continental Congress is established, we're talking about something that happened on September 5th, 1774. September 5th, 1774. And what happened on that date of September 5th, 1774 is delegates from 12 of the 13 colonies got together in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to establish what? Da-da-da. The First Continental Congress. Only one colony did not show, did not send delegates. Obviously, every single person from every single colony didn't go. They picked delegates to represent their colony. Anybody want to guess which of the 13 colonies did not attend? No? Georgia. Jeez, that's pretty good guess. Georgia. And this meeting on September 5th, 1774, in which delegates from 12 of the 13 colonies assembled in Philadelphia, this meeting became called in history as the First Continental Congress. And during this First Continental Congress, these delegates made demands upon the British. And the demands we'll tell you about. What were they demanding a change in? Jacob? God, why do I do that every time? Quit naming your kids with the same letter, right? I'm going to get it for long. You just, trouble, you know, I haven't called you Sadie once, which is really impressive, to be quite honest. Josh, what was the question? Oh, what were they demanding a change in? What don't they like? And that's called what? It's the P word. We have certain, you don't like the way you're treated in school, you'd be boycotting the administrative P word. Policies. Okay? So what the demand was by the First Continental Congress is they wanted to see immediate change in British policies. Now, to get those changes, the delegates were going to have to agree on the following three things. You've got to get everybody on the same page. Okay, you got a football game on Friday night. Where's our volleyball kids at? Okay, you got to be all on the same page. If you're going to set and spike and dig, set, and spike, you got to be on the same page, right? You got to hike the ball. You got to get it back to the quarterback. You got to block for him. You got to pass. You got to catch. You got to run. You got to avoid tackles. You got to be on the same page. Well, these delegates have to be on the same page too. They can't be doing things separate. So here are some examples of how they were on the same page. First of all, they pledged mutual support for each other. In other words, we're not going to act individual anymore. As colonies, we're going to pledge mutual support. We're going to support each other. The colonies are going to support each other in this pledge to get the British to change their policies. Okay, they're going to pledge support to each other. What's another thing they hit them with again for the third time now because it's worked so well? Non-importation agreements. They re-signed and committed to those, which would mean they would not buy or what? Sell with Great Britain. So those are two agreements the delegates made together to try to force immediate change in British policies. If we mutually support each other, and if we revive the non-importation agreements, because it's worked very well, we can get these guys to change their policies. That was their thought. Well, this First Continental Congress ended pretty successful, so they agreed to meet again in the spring of 1775. These delegates agreed to meet again in the spring of 1775. Anybody know what this meeting was going to be called? That a girl, the Second Continental Congress. Okay, so let's sit here and think a little bit. We're all done with the lecture, but we got some things to do. I want to show you a video you'll like, and I want to talk about a couple other things. You're going to get your first reading assignment. But let's see where we're at, okay? What's going to be the key now that we've had a first Continental Congress meeting and a second Continental Congress meeting? Because what do we want out of that meeting? We want the British to change their policies. We're going to get into some more material here. Our next topic is going to be this is moving towards independence, right? The next one will be the struggle for independence, and then the next topic will be the Revolutionary War. So obviously these guys aren't going to do what? Change their policy. They're not going to do that. And that will lead us into kind of this more, the difference between moving toward independence and what's the struggle for independence. Trying to get independent without going to war, it doesn't work, so what happens? We go to war. Okay, I'm going to give you your third worksheet, and I would like these in by tomorrow. Okay, this is your third review. Okay, where did they go? Here it is. Get up, we have one.
But it's like more specific. The questions are more specific.
I want to go through just a little bit with you on these. No, those are just, I just want to clear that up for you. I'd like these done by tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Who's not going to be here tomorrow? Okay, those that aren't going to be here tomorrow, are you golfing or something too?
No college.
Okay.
Already?